Classic Truck Rescue. You're gonna do that every time, aren't you? Classic Truck Rescue on the road. Got the mole hooked up behind Gopher. Got the mole back there hooked up. The mole's starting to look a little worse for wear, honey.
Matches the truck.
Anyway, we got the mole hooked up to Gopher. We're heading out to Iwo, Oregon. Well, actually, we're going to Arlington, where hey, motel rooms are cheap right now, folks. Everyone's scared to get out. And we're dropping this little thing, the Truck Inspector General, off at my mom's house. Maybe we'll pop in and say hi to Lou. Maybe Mom will be there. Who knows? Kind of excited. Really, this is a truck that we're trying to go get. White 1952 Chevy short bed that we call George. Is an important truck to me. Never gonna make a dime off this one, folks. But hoping to get it. It's looking better all the time. We'll be back. It'll be okay, honey. Classic Truck Rescue. Rick and Jamie. Rick and Jamie. Out here in Eastern Oregon. Arlington, Oregon. Closest place we could get a motel room by George's property. Got Gopher all hooked up to the mole. Got the winch, battery, everything ready. Trying to get over to George's auction. It's 9:25. Auction starts at 11. We don't need to preview everything because I've already previewed it on multiple occasions. Anyway, getting us a spot of breakfast over here at the Pheasant Grill Drive-In. Couple breakfast burritos, some coffee, and then we're heading out to Iwo, Oregon. Wish us luck, folks. We'll be back. Just took the exit off of Highway 84. We've been down this road many a time, but I don't know.
All this land used to be
yeah, this all used to be George's. All of it.
all the way to the river.
Yep, everything you see. And
Wow.
it's different this time. We know we're not going to see George, but it's still kind of cool going to George's place, even though he's not there. I know where George is. He's up there, or wherever heaven is. Trust me, if you believe in heaven, that's where George is right now. Anyway, we want to thank Devin Riley, serving our country over there in South Korea right now. Devin and another customer of mine named Eric both have trucks with me that they are patiently waiting for me to get my building done on, because they want me to work a little magic on those trucks. And both of those guys got a hold of me and said, Rick, I'm going to end up giving you some more money on my truck anyways, so might as well do that right now, because I want you to go get that truck that rightfully belongs on the Classic Truck Ranch. So thank you, Devin Riley and Eric. Love you and totally appreciate it. And I also want to thank Ray, who is a disabled, 100% disabled veteran, and got a hold of me in the middle of the night via email saying, Rick, all I got is $400 and I want to send that to you. God bless you. But I had to decline on that. God's been good to us. And also Steve offered to send me $100. I think we have what we need, and I'm going to feel a lot better about that, this truck, if it's money that I'm earning that pays for it. But thank you so much for your kind offers. We're going there. Hopefully there isn't going to be somebody making stupid bids on this truck. And ideally, if I could just get it for what I owe on it, that would be great, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to have to pony up a little bit, but this truck is very important to me. I will not be selling this truck. I will be turning it into a tribute to George. I'll do something cool with it, but it won't involve a hacksaw blade or an LS engine. Love you guys. We'll be back. Can we get a peace out burrito eating girl over there? We went and got some breakfast burritos. We'll be back. Also want to thank Jason. Jason lives around here, and Jason is the one. I did a series of 3 videos for Memorial Day about George, And Jason got a hold of me and said, hey Rick, that truck you were buying from George is going up for auction Saturday, May 30th. And when I heard that, it kind of made my skin crawl a little bit, and my blood chilled out. Just, it didn't make me feel good. It was a call to action, and we're rolling in there, folks. Classic Truck Rescue, doing the right thing. Praise God for the help. Peace out. Well, this isn't a good sign, folks. Show them money. I've never seen
a lot of people.
this many, and apparently all the people with car trailers are parking out in the other field.
There's Rick's truck right
There's my
there.
truck with the hood up.
Right there. They may not set up like that. Oh my gosh, all of these things. There's the Viking.
Lord, please don't let there be a whole ton of car trailers out here. Please.
This is just kind of sad.
Oh, there are. Oh, no.
They're looking at your... Oh, is that Gene?
Maybe. Or Gene or Dave.
I can't look at stuff.
Well, you'll be able to look, honey.
Wonder if that car's down there. Oh yeah, there. Is that it over there?
Yeah. Maybe we can make a deal on that. Old Pontiac. Oh, man.
It's hot. Hot. There's the Viking.
Where?
Over there.
Oh, I wonder why they stuck it back there. Maybe they're not selling it. I gotta be honest with you, folks. This is kind of weird. I'm used to the only person being here is George. Anyway, this is kind of different. But the second vehicle that I was going to get from George after that pickup was, I had my eye on this Bel Air over here. I don't know what happened last time I was here. The chrome trim that went on that tail light was sitting on the back of the car. Maybe somebody put it inside. Not a big deal. And I know it looks ratty, but boy, this is pretty solid, folks. It's a 65, I believe. 3 in the tree, 6 banger. The tree's grown a little more since the last time I looked at it, but I believe the front end's in perfect condition on this, and I believe that's why George wired that pallet to the front of the car. I want to get over there and look at my 52. Well, my 52. It's not my 52 anymore, but it might be again before we leave. They got everything all lined up here. Just not used to seeing all these people out here. George said that was one of the best running trucks that he had. He said that was a really good truck right there. What? Oh. I already looked at that. Well, folks, places like this are disappearing. I don't remember the door being off of that truck before. This one's got a blown up transmission. Yeah, I'm trying to make my way to the one that I really care about. Frankly, folks, if all I leave here with is that, you will see a grin on my face. One thing that's kind of overlooked is this Impala right here. Two-door Impala, super straight. But this is what's I've lost a lot of sleep over this truck, to be honest with you. I call it George. Oh, 100% factory original. What happened there, George? What'd you do? I don't remember the radiator support being cut like that, but and I really like the turn signals on this. Aren't those cool? Look, they're pretty unique. I've never seen them like that before. Yep, I call this one George. Wonder what that is in there. Wonder if it's a note from George. This is what I'm here for, folks. This one right here. This is where I'm focusing all my resources. Well, I guess nobody did pound that dent out, which is fine. I was kind of looking forward to pounding that dent out myself. Last registered in 90. It's got a few dings and dents on it, but very solid. And like I said, this thing's got sentimental value to me.
It's hard to find a seat because you're supposed to stay 6 feet apart from people.
This is pretty cool. George told us about this one day. It's used to haul stuff out of mines. Pretty cool.
So which way did you come?
Where'd Rick go? Where's this truck though? Don't know where he went. I lost him. Oh, there he is. See all these? Wouldn't these be cool? Look at.
Yeah, that'd make some good cattle fencing right there.
Probably not for sale. They got it all taped off.
I'm just taking pictures of the tags on some backups because there's a lot of people looking at that truck, honey. But there is a number on that Bel Air that I wanted. So if I don't get the truck, maybe I could. Whatever goes on the trailer is getting called George and being made into a tribute for George. But I hope I can get that truck.
I kind of want that big mining barrel just because I remember him telling us the story about it. I was like, what was that? And he's like, oh, that's what they used to take into a mine to haul stuff out of a mine.
Where is that?
Right over here.
Oh, I remember. Wasn't it hooked onto something before?
I don't know, but wouldn't it be cool to have a piece of his stuff as yard art?
Yeah. That's a boiler right there. Boiler tank.
What do you boil in it?
Water.
For what?
Hot water.
Oh.
Steam.
the farm. Dan, you have to go to Australia.
It's the proverbial box of rocks,
Who's
folks.
in at 7.5? Who's in?
The expression, you're done in a box of rocks.
I was over here at 5. Over there.
Better.
Right behind you there.
Way in the back.
What's your number?
Young lady.
127.
127.
I don't know if you got it or not, but you got him now. Here you go, 127. Come on, George. Dolls. This is the doctor's outfit that delivered George, and you know it was screwed up, so you might not want it. 2.5. 250. 2.5.
They're not talking about
2.5.
our George.
Yes, $5. 5. Who said yes? Now 7.5. 5. It's your way. 15, 17 and a half. Who said yeah? 7.5, 20, 20. You're both out at 2.5. And now 5, 25. Now 30. Look at 3 and a 5. 35. 35. Where'd you go? And now 40. But you get a 5. 45. 45. 5. 40. But you get a 45. Yes, 45. 45. So right there, 25. You bought it. $40. Hey, old bottles. What do you got? Camera. All right, here an old timer. 2.5 for it.
That was George's own tail.
Just $5 to 5, 7 down, 7 down, 10, 10. We're going to get 11 down, 15, 17 and a half, 20, 20, going to get 1 and a 2.5, 22, 50. 5, 25, 25.
Well, folks, all the little stuff's gone. They're moving out into the field of dreams now. Jamie and I went and found us a nice shady spot under a tree with a perfect view. Right there. What? Why don't she go get some? Do you need money?
Does it cost $1? I don't know.
Let me. Anyway, so we're gonna set the GoPro up by that one, and if I can get that truck cheap enough, there's one other vehicle that I wanted to get from George, and we'll see about that. But we got for the small stuff, we weren't really trying to get anything, but we came out here one time and George was coming around the corner with a lunch pail, and I asked him, George, do you load your lunch pail up when you come out of the house to go work in the shop? And he said, oh yeah, I bring my lunch pail when I go to work. So they put the lunch pail on a table with a whole bunch of other stuff, and I mean big bulky stuff. And I said, it was the only time I interrupted the auctioneer, and I was like, can I just bid on the lunch pail? And it went pretty quick. Nobody else was interested in it. But we also got, honey, aren't you glad we got that lantern? We got an old glass lantern, and Jamie was looking through stuff, and she said, there's a lantern over there that George signed. And it's got his signature on it. It's pretty cool. Anyways, we'll be back when we're trying to make this dream come true over here. That truck might not look like much to a lot of people, but it's very important to me. Yep, we'll be back. Where's the car go?
The signs. You want me to live it with your phone?
110, 20, 110, 20. 110, 20. Sold it to you, $150 in your numbers. 153, 153. Anybody interested in the racks?
We got a set of signs right here. Behind these signs, so
$10 in the racks. $5 for those racks. $5 on the rack. 5 there. Still 7.5 more. Sold them to you, darling. What's your number? 127.
How do you know?
all right, off this way. We're going to come off here. We're going to start with this 1952 Chevrolet pickup. It has a title. And and whoever is the lucky winner gets to take the jack here with it. 1952 Chevrolet. It has a title. And and whoever is the lucky winner gets to take the jack here with it. 1952 Chevrolet.
This is one you can honestly say they ran the wheels off. All right. All right. All right, there you go, guys.
500.
Give you a lever.
500.
I got 5. I want 600 for it. Yep. Now 7. Now 8. Yep. 8. Now 9. 900. You get a 9. 900. 900. Now 1,000. Yep. 1,000 there. 1,100. Thank you. Give me 1,000. 1,100. 1,000. 1,100.
1,100.
1,050.
1,000. Yeah, he's right behind you. Sorry, we had 2. He didn't realize.
That's where we're all 3. No,
I'm
just shoot you.
I'm catching you 2.
1,050. 1,100. 1,150. 13. 15. 16. 15. 17. 18. We got 17. 1,800 for it.
Yeah, I've been trying to buy this truck for 5 years.
1,800? Yes,
I owed $1,900 on
sold it to you. $1,700. Your number's 150.
Yay! You got
Praise
it!
God. I came here to buy this truck. I've been buying this truck for 5 years. I was making payments on it to George. But he wouldn't write me a receipt, so I was screwed.
Hey, I did not. I don't want you to buy it. You're taking it out.
Yes.
You want to sell the light?
I don't want to sell anything out
You got it.
I'm a happy man.
Yeah.
We will take care of it, and we will never make a dime off that truck. Well, I won't. Somebody might after, like George said, come to my estate sale if you want it. I've been buying this truck for a long time.
Fix it up.
Right on. God is good.
Oh, so you
Tell-
do YouTube?
Yeah, classic truck rescue.
Okay, and then you
1,600.
This is Rick.
16 and a half. 1,700.
From the Walla.
17 and a
All
half.
right, I'm not going to rake him over the coals. I had a good day.
Okay.
Got good brakes. If you do not turn the gas off on this, it will leak out and fill up that fine air cleaner on the other side. You might have a little issue. So make sure you turn the gas off.
Runs good.
Yeah, it does.
It's in gear right now.
you want to buy?
2,000 for it where?
The Bel Air up in the corner.
Okay, not the Chevy.
2,100.
This Chevy truck.
21 there. Not 2.
This one. The
2,200.
the silver one or the white one?
2,200.
I kind of had one eyeball on that one with the Army ID on it.
That one.
Now,
Yeah, I don't. And the last thing I was kind of interested in was that orange GMC.
24. And now 5.
But no, I'm happy already. If I can get the Bel Air, that'd be good.
My wife's happy because I didn't buy that.
$2,700 for it. 27. Now 8.
I bought $3,500 to buy that.
Because I'm not going to modify
I bought
Joe.
$3,500 to buy that truck.
Yeah.
So you know.
28.
No, you're safe. But I'm not going to modify his pickup. The Bel Air, I will modify the heck out of. Yeah, it'll be a sleeper. And I do like that one right there because I specialize in the 55 to 59s.
Ford?
No, I'm talking about the green one right there.
That's a Chevy too.
Yeah. But you're not interested in that one, right?
No, the
Okay.
50s.
All right.
No title.
No title.
Says it runs.
Does it have any plates?
Yeah, it's got
Kind of. December the 11th, 1949. Anyway, no. Anyway, I got 100, 1 1/4 for it. Yeah. And a half. That's 75 and then 200. And I got 2 1/4, 225 and a half, 250, 275. Yeah. 300 and a quarter. 3 and a half, 375. $400 and a quarter. 4 and a half, 75. $500 for it. 5 and a quarter. 5 and a half, 550. $600 and a half, 650, $700 for it. 7 and a half, 750, 800. 800 and a half, 850. Bill, say 850. Sold it to you. $800, sir, you bought it? Now half. 150, 175. Both out. Yeah. 200 and a quarter and a half, 250. 275. 300 and a quarter. 3 and a half, 350, 375. $400 and a quarter, 425 and a half, 450 and a 5. 500 and a 5 and a half, 550, 600. Now half, 6 and a half, 700. A half, 7 and a half, 800. 8 and a half, 900. 900, you get a 9. Thanks for trying. 8 and a half, 9. You could probably put it in the rig. You don't know. 8 and a half, 900. Best 900? Yes or no? 900 and a half. And now $1,000 for it. 1,000 on it, 1,050. Now $1,100 for it. 1,100. Sold it to you. 150.
Sweet. Sweet.
There you go. 10, 10, 10, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half. You see back here, 12 and a half. $15 for it. 15, 17 and a half. We have 17 and a half. Oh, yeah. Now 20. Now 2 and a half. And now 5. 25. This close. To be my hero. Sold it to you. Number 19, you bought 22 and a half. Yeah, this isn't really like that. Okay. This is the way you used to haul grain.
Grab a branding iron. Jamie found the branding irons. She's fascinated by George's branding irons. And she looked around until she found them. They were hidden in that big cabinet.
Let's go. $40, sir. 40. Huh? 157. I'm blinded. I can't hear. I'm having a good day. Honey?
It just started pouring when we all came into the barn.
10, 15, 20.
Well, folks.
You fit more in there.
No.
That's what I said.
Well, folks, Jamie's got a birthday coming up, and I saw this when I was looking at the pictures of the hogs. And then when I saw that, I was like, and it's real silver. Where's that from, honey?
Montana Silver Company.
Montana Silver Company. But Jamie likes stuff like that. And happy birthday, Munchkin. Anyway, it was supposed to thunder and rain all day. We were a little apprehensive when we rolled up, huh, honey? And we saw all these cars and trucks, and especially the car trailers. That went for $3,500. That went for $4,000. You're in it now. What's your name?
John Q. Public.
John Q. Public. We recognize your wife. Have you seen his wife? I know your wife from somewhere. I've seen her somewhere before. What?
She drove a bus for OCDC here in Hermiston.
Jamie drove a school bus. She works for the Public Works Department she's the only girl on the whole Public Works Department. Yeah.
So I'm spoiled.
You guys got some goodies over there?
White horse still there?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
My wife can tell a story. You gotta go back about 50 years.
Yeah.
We've heard stories about that. A
We
naked
got-
guy riding the climbing
Yeah.
up on the horse.
Some kind of vodka being plastered all over the wall.
Well, you have a good day, John Q. Public. Our only mission was to get that white truck, and he passed away. And then someone said, hey, Rick, that truck you were buying from George is coming up for auction. And I got it for $200 less than I owed George for it. So it's a happy ending for us. You have a good day, sir. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, if we can get it loaded up on the trailer. All right, so I was bidding on this. It got up to $1,700, and I looked over, and there was only one guy bidding against me, and he looked at me, and it almost broke my heart. I said, I'm out. So he got it for what? $1,700. Yeah, that was a good buy. I was still all happy. Yeah, it is. Anyway, it don't look like much. I always say that. Don't look like much, folks, but it means everything to me.
Stuff is original for the time period. Are these reflectors or lights?
They're period correct accessories, honey. But my favorite period correct accessory that I've never seen before, and I was always intrigued by these turn signals. They got arrows on them, and I can't wait to restore those and get them working, because they have arrows in them. And it's really somebody closed the might have been the wind, but this thing is just rock solid, folks. Not a bit of, well, there's surface rust, but there's no rot on it anywhere. And George assured me this engine will run like a top, and I believe him, because he don't lie to me. Or he didn't. The light on the roof is a little dorky, but it's gonna have to stay, because George told me he used that to go out and check on his cattle at night. Oh, I did not. That's not correct, is it?
Spare tire rack?
I don't know if that's factory. Oh, it is. Wow, cool. Anyway, here's the replacement rear end. We got to figure out how to get this on the trailer. It's got a custom jack stand underneath it. They said the jack stand comes with it. It's not. The jack stand's staying here, folks. But hopefully we can get someone to just pick the back end of it up with a tractor, and I'll back the trailer under it. We'll put some boards underneath the brake drums, hook the winch onto it, and suck her up on there backwards. Anyway, so we got that. Yeah, so I learned a lot about auctions because we started off over there when they were going through all George's household goods. And there wasn't really anything we wanted out of George's house, except I did want his lunch pail because we had seen George carrying his lunch pail around, and it looked lonely sitting under there. But anyway, they put the lunch pail up there with a bunch of other stuff, and I was like, can I just get the lunch pail? How you doing, sir? Oh, did you get the school signs?
My wife did, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Congratulations. Can I give you a hand with those?
No, I got it. Thank
Okay. But so anyway, got the lunch pail. But we bid on a lot of little stuff that we weren't really that interested in. But what I learned was, if I was bidding on something and then stopped bidding, people realized that I would bid on something for a while, and it kind of carried over into the trucks. They knew if I was serious about something, they were wasting their time. Oh, also, I want to point out something on these first series trucks. Very rarely do you find one with that splash pad that goes between the bumper and the grill right there. Those are always gone because people always put chains in there to try to pull stuff out, and those got just annihilated. But it's going to be a beautiful truck, folks. We call it George, and it's coming home. I don't know how we're going to load it up. Hey, can you give me a hand throwing this on my trailer real quick? I'm kidding.
On mine.
I'm kidding. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Well, if they have a loader tractor.
Yeah, I think if they just lift it up, I can back my trailer under it, put some boards underneath the brake drums, and winch it up on there. I was just kidding. Carry on, sir.
Well, you'll get it.
Yes, I will. I sure will. Anyway, so the only guy I was really seriously bidding against drove a long ways to get this truck, but he said, I talked to him later after the dust settled, and he said, I could tell you weren't giving up on that one. No, I was not. That was job one right there. But then we came over here, and I couldn't believe, I wasn't paying attention, but I heard someone say something about $1,100, and the bidding had stalled on this Cadillac, which was one of George's pride and joy cars, and it's worth a heck of a lot more than $1,100. So I came over and started bidding on it, and it got to where it was just me and one other guy. He was standing right there, and he got up to $1,700, and he looked like he was going to give up, and I looked over at him. The guy looked like he was going to cry, and I said, calm down, because I was still happy about getting George's truck. So he got that for, yeah, $1,700. He got a good deal on that 64 Cadillac right there, because I've been over this car, and it is very solid and very good. Anyway, so then I ignored these. Already got one of those, don't need another. Mine's a 2-door. And yeah, I'm driving them all home. Not the Cadillacs. There's too many of those. Are, to me, that kind of Cadillac right there, and George loved him, God bless him, but to me that's just something that takes up space on your property. But then I noticed they were bidding on this truck, and I believe this truck went for $125, and I didn't bid on it simply because the guy that bought all these first series big farm trucks came up to me and he said, all right, I can tell you're after some stuff. What are you after? And I said, well, I'm after that. And he said, well, I was kind of interested in that too. And I said, well, I've been interested in it for a long time. He said, tell you what, I'll leave that alone if you leave those alone. And really, we don't need to be hauling all of the first series big farm trucks out to the classic truck ranch. Oh, it's just sad though what these went for. I wish I could have brought some of my viewers with me, because they went for dirt cheap. But anyway, they got to this one and I was like, oh yeah, this homie's been looking at this one for a while. Got a V8 in it, Army truck, originally issued to the Army. Got the factory steel and wood flatbed on it, and it's super solid. And where are you going to get better patina than that? That's the one you sand and clear coat right there. But we'll have to rent a truck and an equipment trailer to haul that home. So that's another reason I didn't go crazy on the big 2-ton farm trucks, but that was a good buy. We came over here, and there was the bidding started off quick. I don't know if we got this on film or not, but initially there was a whole bunch of people in it for $300, $400, $500. But then it got up to $900, and the guy that I was bidding against looked at me and he just shrugged his shoulders and stopped. I got it for $1,000. 65 Chevy Bel Air grandma car. These cars, nobody wanted them back in the 70s, but nowadays they're pretty cool. That's a 2-door sedan, 3 in the tree, straight 6 car. And I wish I could show you the grill. Well, I can, because it's mine now. One thing that bums me out is the last time I filmed this car, the ring that goes right here was sitting right here, but they make reproduction taillights, and I can see these are hazed, so not a big deal. Super solid though, and very complete. But what I really loved about this car was that the grill is just perfect on it. The front end on this car is just beautiful, and that's why George wired a pallet to the front end to protect it, I guess. But all the trims there, yeah, the seats are shot, but I've checked the floors out in it. It's got solid floors. Like I said, it's complete. I thought it'd be cool to have a 3 in the tree with a big block in front of it and just leave the original wheels on it, put some poverty caps on it, and so I don't know, something about these round tail lights just does something for me. Anyway, so that was the third one, and I just left everybody alone after that, because to be honest with you, the vehicles that I got today were the top 3 vehicles on a list that George and I made, where he gave me prices, and he was going to sell me this for $2,500, and I was gladly going to pay it. And I think any of my viewers that know anything about these cars will agree that for a solid one, yeah, it's got some dents and scrapes on it, but no rot and complete, $2,500 was a good offer, and George agreed to that. But I got it for $1,000, and thank you, George, for repeatedly telling me to come to your estate sale. Again, I'm really sad about not buying any of these trucks because like the trim around these windows and stuff is super expensive for original. That's stainless steel. And I'm pretty sure the guy that scooped up all of these is going to crush them. I'm going to try to look them up before we leave. See if I can buy the parts that people can use off of them before he smashes them, because basically bought them for the weight for the rear ends, frames, and engines and stuff like that. If I can get the doodads off it that people can use, like the doors, the trim, stuff like that, I'll do my best. But I'm just one guy. And thank you, Jamie, for all your patience and understanding. Anyway, she got some stuff for Jet, right? Happy birthday.
I guess all but 3 people buying vehicles, they were all scrappers. He was just telling me.
So it was basically me and the guy that bought the 51 Chevys, and
everything else is going to scrap.
this is what happened, folks, when you got somebody.
Trucks are going to be crushed, never to be seen again.
Okay, well, I want to look up the scrapper that bought all the trucks and see if I can offer him some money for things like the emblems, the trim, the doors, the hoods, the grills. You know what I mean? It's a shame to have that smashed up. It is, but Jamie and I are just Jamie and I. You know, we're not 100 people, and we saved 3 classics today, didn't we, honey? And I'm gonna call that. What am I gonna call that? That car's gonna be trouble, folks. I can already see smoke boiling out of the rear wheel wells. Yeah. And don't get mad at me. I'm leaving George's truck alone, but that car right there, it's going to get some stuff stuffed up under the hood, and we're going to have a little fun with that car. Where are you going, sweetie? Nanya? Oh, Jamie's going to go. You're going to go see a man about a dog? I didn't bid on this. You gotta admit, that's pretty cool. Put a big block over there. And a couple bucket seats.